Smoke on the water. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, this is Blade and Brush. I'm your wet shaver Mike, and bringing you Chicago Grooming Company's Smoke on the Water Shave Soap, which is a very excellent duck base. Awesome soap, awesome scent, very subtle, very masculine, and I'm going to use it today on the channel. But before I do that, I want to show you this little beauty. I was telling you last video about the Seaforth Spiced shave soap that inspired Diver Down out of Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements line. So I got this years ago on the auction site. It's a ceramic shave mug where you can put your puck of shave soap, and this even came with the cardboard insert that was used to top off the mug and keep your soap from getting dried out. So yeah, there's a little bit of shaving history that I thought I would bring you today. And as you can see, there's a little sticker on the bottom that gives you a bit of an idea of the history on this thing. But yeah, it is a little bit of shaving history and a nice piece of artwork, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I got my Badger brush today. Give my boar brush a rest. Yeah, this does have a rather nice smoky scent profile to it. Let's go ahead and mix up the lather. Now, I've just taken a shower. I've not done my hair because I don't have any hair to style. I mean, I do have hair, it's just too short to style. We've got some good grilling weather today, so I'm going to grill up some chicken on the barbecue. But yeah, the duck base for this soap, it really gives it a nice extra bit of slickness. About the only thing that comes close to matching it is a mutton tallow from Sterling. I got my razor rock here. Yeah, I gotta love these soap titles that bring to mind songs from days gone by when music was still music and not just churned out. Yeah, Frank Zappa, may he rest in peace, was a self-identified conservative, but he pointed out something rather interesting about the music industry that he came up in as opposed to the one he left when he passed from this world from cancer. And that was that the record execs he came up under were in many ways a lot more progressive and forward-thinking than the ones who came up in the 80s and 90s. Because the ones who gave him his start were willing to take a chance. They may not understand or like the music, but they'll take a chance on it and say, look, if it sells, great. If not, then yeah, it'll fizzle out, but we're going to take a chance on it. Because we don't want the same old, same old. We want to have stuff that people are going to sell out of the record shops and that people will buy. And we can't do that if we just play it safe and stick with the same old boring stuff that was fashionable even 5 years prior. So yeah, in a perverse kind of way, the record execs of the 50s, 60s, and 70s were a lot more progressive and forward-thinking than they are today, because they were willing to take chances on something new and different. Whereas today, Hollywood and the music industry, they hate taking risks, so they just put out the same old stuff that sounds like anything else you might hear produced today. And you can't tell one song from the next, or one artist from the next. It's something like, what, 80% of the stuff that we listen to that's shat out today, it's written by two guys. Maybe three, and two of them are in Europe. And today it's considered noteworthy if a singer actually wrote his or her own songs. But back in the day, bands like Deep Purple, Rainbow, Queen, Iron Maiden, they all wrote their own material. And it came from the heart. Today, I really cannot tell you if a song came from Keisha or Pink or Katy Perry or Lady Gaga, because it all sounds so bloody similar. You know, Vita has not lost any of her touch. Because the cushion and glide on this stuff is just excellent. And you know what? I did not bring out my show mill like I planned on. But I definitely will be doing that on Friday. I was going to do it today, but I realized I hadn't reviewed this soap yet. And I kind of wanted to follow up on Monday's rather musical intro with one for today. It's just how my brain operates. So, yeah, sorry. Sometimes plans change. Yeah, just listen to that scratch. It's one way you tell if the blade is working. Yeah, right here. Yeah, a lot of guys will only do two passes, uh, but me, I like to get a BBS shave. I mean, if you're satisfied with a two-pass shave, great, more power to you. It's just I got to have mine baby smooth. Because otherwise what happens is my whiskers will still be there. And they'll irritate my skin, causing it to itch. Yeah, I forgot to bring up my witch hazel. Yeah, I do like how smoky this scent is. It's got a hint of tobacco, not very strong. But you really get the smoky notes. I got the companion aftershave. I don't know if you can see the little oily bits floating in here. Normally you don't see that at an aftershave, but I think Vita, when she made this formula, she wanted to give it that hint of smoky scent, so she found some oil to put into it that will get the job done. I like it. It helps re-moisturize the skin, along with the post-shave balm. This will disappear in a minute as my skin absorbs it. All right, awesome. That is today's shave over and done with. So yeah, smoke on the water. Chicago Grooming Company, formerly Oleo Soapworks, then Oleo and Company. If you can get a hold of this, I would highly recommend it because this is a great scent and a really interesting scent profile. So by all means, go ahead and grab it up while it's there. So anyway, this is Mike for Blade and Brush. I am signing off, and I wish you a good rest of your afternoon.